Remembered both for his nasty dribble moves and for bridging the gap that existed between the NBA and hip-hop culture. This is the story of the one and only Allen Iverson.
Just part of one of these insane games that you're watching him have in probably the biggest stage he's ever played on. And probably would never see somebody do it again.
It seemed to be sending a message, you're not gonna break me, I'm gonna break you.
Allen Iverson's journey begins in the tough neighborhood of Newport News, Virginia. Born on June 7, 1975, he grew up in an environment plagued by drugs, crime, and poverty. Raised by his single mother, Ann Iverson, Allen faced numerous obstacles from a young age. Growing up in a predominantly African-American community, Iverson experienced firsthand the harsh realities of his surroundings. The streets of Newport News were marked by violence and economic struggle, but amidst this adversity, Iverson discovered solace and inspiration in the game of basketball. From the early age of 6, Iverson found refuge and purpose on the local playgrounds and courts of Hampton, Virginia. The sport became his passion, and he poured his heart and soul into honing his skills. Despite limited resources and the absence of a father figure, Iverson's determination and innate talent began to shine. At a young age, it became apparent that Iverson possessed extraordinary athletic abilities. His lightning-quick speed, exceptional agility, and remarkable ball handling skills set him apart from his peers. It was on these playgrounds that he developed the trademark crossover dribble that would later become one of his signature moves.
Gifted.
Iverson for three. Yes!
During his high school years, Allen Iverson's exceptional athletic prowess transcended the basketball court and extended to the football field, solidifying his status as a dual-sport phenomena. As a sophomore, Iverson burst onto the scene as a dynamic point guard for the Bethel Bruins basketball team. He also excelled as a football player, making a name for himself as the quarterback for the Bethel Bruins football team. With his strong arm and electrifying speed, Iverson became a dual-threat quarterback who left opposing defenses in awe. In his junior year, Iverson led the Bruins to the state championship game in both basketball and football. He earned widespread recognition for his on-field and on-court performances, capturing the attention of college recruiters across the nation. While his basketball skills garnered significant attention, Iverson's achievements in football were equally remarkable. As a senior, he shattered records and earned accolades, setting Virginia state records for passing yards and touchdowns in a single season. His exceptional performances on the gridiron earned him the Virginia High School Player of the Year award. However, an unfortunate incident at a bowling alley threatened to derail his promising future.
Of throwing a chair at someone in the bowling alley, bro. We never know for sure if he did it, but that's what he'd been accused of.
It was supposedly racial.
On February 14, 1993, a group of white teenagers and African-American teenagers clashed at a bowling alley in Hampton, Virginia. The incident escalated into a physical altercation, and Iverson, then a high school junior,
Only 4 black youths, 2 of them minors with no records, including Allen, were arrested.
Had he not been basically a star at Bethel High, had he not been as well known as he is, then he may not have been identified by anyone. He may have been like the other 20 people who were involved that were not charged.
Found himself at the center of the controversy. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, Iverson, along with several other African-American teenagers, was arrested and charged with assault and sentenced to prison. The incident, fueled by racial tension, garnered significant media attention and had the potential to overshadow Iverson's remarkable athletic talents.
Of the all-time railroadings of an athlete that our judicial system has given.
Tonight we have the story of what has happened to a young man who was headed for $1 million future, but now He's in jail.
Many feared that his future, filled with college scholarships and professional opportunities, would be irreparably damaged. However, fate intervened in the form of Governor Douglas Wilder. Recognizing the severity of the situation and the potential for injustice, Governor Wilder granted Iverson clemency, allowing him to finish his high school education and pursue his dreams. It was a significant act of compassion that offered Iverson a second chance at redemption. Despite the governor's clemency, the incident still cast a shadow over Iverson's future. Many college recruiters withdrew their scholarship offers, hesitant to take a chance on a player associated with such controversy. But one man believed Iverson's potential beyond the incident. Moved by the plea of Iverson's mother and impressed by the teenager's talent and character, Coach Thompson offered him a scholarship and a chance to prove himself at Georgetown.
He was scared me. And I said, this little boy can't be what I thought he was. But I'm going to tell you something. He was more.
The experience of watching Allen Iverson.
Iverson embraced the opportunity to rebuild his reputation and showcase his skills on a national stage. Allen Iverson's 2-year college career with the Georgetown Hoyas, under the guidance of Coach John Thompson, was like no other guard prospect in history. During this period, Iverson showcased his exceptional skills, dazzling the court with his speed, agility, and scoring ability, while leaving a memorable mark on Georgetown's basketball program. His tight crossovers, explosive drives to the basket, and ability to create scoring opportunities had NBA scouts drooling. Iverson's work ethic and competitive spirit earned the respect of his teammates and coaches. During his freshman season in 1994 to 1995, Iverson quickly made an impact, averaging an impressive 20.4 points, 4.5 assists, and 3 steals per game. He led the Hoyas to a Big East championship.
That's a three-pointer. And say goodnight. The adjustment in midair to
See that little spurt?
look at the feet.
Yeah, I mean, just a spurt. I mean, he can dance with the dribble.
Iverson.
They do with a kiss.
And a berth in the NCAA tournament, where they reached the Sweet 16. Iverson's inspiring performances and ability to take over games earned him the Big East Rookie of the Year award. The following season, Iverson continued to dominate the college basketball landscape. Despite facing intense defensive pressure from opponents, he tantalized his opponents, averaging 25 points per game. Under Iverson's leadership, the Hoyas once again secured a spot in the NCAA tournament, advancing to the Elite Eight in 1996. His performances in college made him the consensus first overall selection heading into the 1996 NBA draft. During his time at Georgetown, Allen Iverson's close friend, Jamil Blackmoon, played a significant role in his life. As Iverson prepared to embark on his basketball career and make a name for himself, Blackmoon recognized that Iverson was well deserving of a nickname as memorable as the greats before him. It was the mid-1990s, and the NBA was undergoing a transition. Legendary players like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan had either retired or temporarily left the game. There was a void, a question of who would step up as the new face of the league. Blackmoon saw Iverson as the answer to that question. One day, while folding laundry together, Blackmoon suggested the nickname The Answer to Iverson. Iverson fell in love with it instantly, as it perfectly captured his aspirations and the role he envisioned himself playing in the NBA. Embracing the significance of the nickname and the pressure that came with it, Iverson wasted no time in getting it permanently etched on his left arm by a local tattoo artist. Despite Georgetown Hoyas head coach John Thompson's strict no tattoo policy, Iverson's rebellious spirit drove him to defy the rules and showcase his commitment to the nickname that would define him. In 2003, a lawsuit arose between Iverson and Blackmoon over the rights to the nickname. Black Moon claimed he deserved compensation for coining the nickname and sought a percentage of the profits from Iverson's The Answer shoe line with Reebok. But the court sided with Iverson's team, and Black Moon never got compensated.
He is Allen Iverson, and he is the 1997 NBA Rookie of the Year, which comes as no surprise to Iverson, who called it my award 3 weeks ago.
To present our rookie, Allen Iverson, with the Schick NBA Rookie of the Year award. Yeah!
Allen Iverson got drafted first overall by the Philadelphia 76ers in a loaded 1996 NBA draft. Expectations of the young guard were sky high, but he quickly proved that he was worth all the hype and more.
AIU was the number 1 pick. Kobe, Ray Allen, Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal, Stephon Marbury.
I don't remember there being any argument about who was going number 1 that year. I mean, everybody knew it was going to be Allen.
With the first pick in the 1996 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Allen Iverson from Georgetown University.
To the surprise of no one, the 76ers selected Allen Iverson number 1 overall.
Allen Iverson, number 1 pick in the 1996 NBA draft.
As a rookie, Iverson quickly established himself as an NBA star. His blazing speed, exceptional ball handling skills, and scoring ability made him a nightmare for opposing defenses. Iverson's ability to penetrate the lane, finish at the rim, and hit clutch shots showcased his incredible talent and versatility. During his rookie season, Iverson averaged an impressive 23.5 points, 7.5 assists, and 2.1 steals per game. His stardom instantly revitalized the 76ers offense, bringing excitement back to the franchise. His electrifying performances and ability to take over games earned him the NBA Rookie of the Year award. Iverson first put the NBA on notice March 12th when the 76ers were facing the Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls.
Iverson has Jordan. The crowd is into it.
I gave him a little cross to see would he bite on it. I let him set his feet, and then I stepped it back again.
Allen shakes free, gets 2! Mike said no. Allen said yes, the bucket, the crowd.
Iverson had been looking forward to this moment, when he would be able to face off against Michael Jordan. Iverson got his chance and hit a jump shot over Jordan after using his signature move, the crossover. Exactly 1 month later, on April 12th, Iverson let everyone know that he was the answer when he scored a career-high 50 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers. In spite of his size, Iverson showcased his relentless will to score, silencing any doubts about his ability to dominate at the highest level of competition.
For me, I don't know how I even thought about stepping over him like that. I was just playing basketball.
I remember I'd look at all the coaches and we'd all kind of smile because we'd never seen anybody do something like that before and probably would never see somebody do it again.
In 1997, before Iverson's sophomore season, the 76ers made the decision to hire Larry Brown as their head coach. Brown's arrival marked a turning point for the franchise, as he brought a wealth of coaching experience and a reputation for transforming struggling teams into contenders. Known for his emphasis on discipline, defensive intensity, and team-oriented play, Brown brought a winning culture to the organization. He demanded accountability from his players and implemented a structured system that maximized their talents. Brown recognized Allen Iverson's obvious strengths and understood the impact he could have on the league. With a focus on developing Iverson's skills and maximizing his potential, Brown challenged him to become a more complete player. He urged Iverson to improve his decision-making, efficiency, and defense, shaping him into a multifaceted force on the court. As a result of Brown's influence, the 76ers experienced a marked improvement. They began to emerge as a competitive team in the Eastern Conference, with Iverson leading the charge as their superstar.
Just let him shoot away, and he's got it. Allen Iverson
becomes the first rookie in NBA history to score 40 or more points in 5 consecutive games.
Iverson may have clinched the award with his streak of scoring 40 or more points in 5 straight games earlier this month, the longest such streak by a rookie in league history.
The 76ers cultivated an identity based on their gritty style of play, mirroring the tenacity and resilience embodied by Iverson. Iverson's stardom reached new heights in the year 2000. The 2000-2001 NBA season witnessed the emergence of Allen Iverson as not only a dominant force on the basketball court, but also a cultural icon whose influence extended far beyond the realm of sports. On the hardwood, Iverson was torching defenses and breaking ankles. He led the league in scoring, averaging a remarkable 31.1 points per game. His explosiveness and agility made him nearly impossible to guard, and his ability to create a shot against any defense was simply awe-inspiring. Night after night, Iverson delivered mesmerizing displays of skill and determination that made him a must-watch talent and the most loved player in the entire league. While his talent was undeniable, it was Iverson's unique style and persona that resonated deeply with fans and made him an iconic cultural figure. Off the court, Iverson became an icon of self-expression, donning cornrows, sporting numerous tattoos, and wearing baggy clothes that challenged conventional norms. His unapologetic individuality and authenticity struck a chord with a generation seeking to defy societal expectations and embrace their own identity. He became an embodiment of the hip-hop generation, a symbol of resilience and defiance against the odds. His unyielding spirit and relentless determination mirrored the struggles faced by many in marginalized communities, inspiring millions to rise above adversity and chase their dreams. Iverson's influence was particularly profound among African American youth, who saw in him a representation of their aspirations and an example of success against all odds. Amidst his cultural impact, Iverson's brilliance on the court was recognized by the league when he was awarded the MVP. The MVP award solidified his status as one of the game's greatest players.
2001 NBA MVP, Allen Iverson.
And cemented his place in basketball history. Allen Iverson's MVP season not only elevated his individual status, but also lifted the Philadelphia 76ers to the top of the Eastern Conference. With the championship within reach, the team traded for all-star center Dikembe Mutombo, a Congolese 7-footer to anchor the defense and provide an imposing presence in the paint. Iverson's fearlessness and determination were on full display on the biggest stage as soon as the playoffs began. The 76ers faced worthy opponents on their path to the NBA Finals, but Iverson's heroics led them to 2 consecutive Game 7 victories against the Raptors and the Bucks. His ability to rise to the occasion in high-pressure situations became the stuff of legends. The stage was set for an epic showdown in the finals against the dominant Los Angeles Lakers, led by the duo of Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. The Lakers were the reigning champions and considered by many as an unstoppable force. However, Iverson and the 76ers refused to back down, embracing the underdog role with unwavering resolve. In Game 1 of the finals, Iverson delivered a performance for the ages. Against the vaunted Lakers defense, he showcased his ridiculous talents. Despite being outsized and facing intense defensive pressure, Iverson willed his way to 48 points, including an iconic moment where he stepped over top of Lakers guard Tyronn Lue. The 76ers stunned the Lakers and stole Game 1, igniting hope among their fans and inspiring a belief that an upset could be within reach. However, the Lakers' dominance proved insurmountable over the course of the series. Led by the dominant inside presence of Shaquille O'Neal, the Lakers proved to be overwhelming. They regrouped and rallied, winning the next 4 games to secure the NBA championship. In spite of falling short in the finals, Iverson's remarkable playoff run inspired many and is still remembered today. The following season, Iverson once again won the league scoring title, but the 76ers were eliminated in the first round of playoffs by the Boston Celtics. During this period, Iverson's public reputation became the center of attention due to his infamous practice rant.
Supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game. We're talking about practice.
In a press conference, Iverson passionately expressed his frustration towards the media's focus on his practice habits rather than his on-court performances. The rant became a defining moment in Iverson's career, receiving both criticism and amusement from fans and media. Despite the adversity and negative attention, Iverson remained a superstar on the court. The 2002-2003 season saw the 76ers enter the playoffs, but their journey was once again cut short. This time by the tenacious defense of the Detroit Pistons in the second round, which proved to be a crushing blow to the 76ers' chemistry. The once promising partnership between Allen Iverson and head coach Larry Brown began to crumble. Brown wanted Iverson to diversify his playing style in a way that the star guard was unwilling to commit to. The deteriorating dynamic between Iverson and Brown had a detrimental effect on the team's overall performance, causing the 76ers to miss the playoffs in 2004. Despite Iverson's exceptional performances, which earned him his 4th scoring title in the 2004-2005 season, tensions between the star player and his coach reached a boiling point. As the situation grew increasingly untenable, it became clear that a change was necessary for both Iverson and the 76ers. On December 19, 2006, the inevitable occurred. Allen Iverson was traded to the Denver Nuggets. The trade marked the end of an era for Philadelphia. The move to the Nuggets presented an opportunity for Iverson to rejuvenate his career and showcase his talents in a new environment. Allen Iverson's tenure with the Denver Nuggets brought about a partnership that held great promise, teaming up with young superstar Carmelo Anthony. The dynamic duo had the potential to create fireworks on the court with their scoring abilities and individual talents. However, despite their combined efforts, the Nuggets struggled to establish themselves as legitimate contenders in the highly competitive Western Conference. During Iverson's time in Denver, the team made multiple trips to the playoffs, but consistently fell short against stronger opponents. In the 2006-2007 season, the Nuggets were eliminated in the first round by the San Antonio Spurs, followed by a similar fate the next year when they were ousted by the Los Angeles Lakers. While Iverson's talent was evident, the team's inability to advance deep into the postseason highlighted the challenges they faced in a stacked Western Conference. The partnership between Iverson and Anthony garnered attention and excitement, but ultimately fell short of expectations in terms of team success. In a surprising turn of events, on November 3, 2008, the Denver Nuggets traded Allen Iverson to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for Chauncey Billups. The fit between Iverson and the Pistons system proved to be challenging, and he struggled to find his rhythm within the team's structured style of play. One significant point of contention during Iverson's tenure in Detroit was his unwillingness to come off the bench. Iverson had long been accustomed to being a starting player and struggled with the idea of a diminished role. This clash of expectations and team dynamics led to a rocky relationship between Iverson and the Pistons coaching staff. Eventually, Iverson's time in Detroit came to an end, and he signed as a free agent with the Memphis Grizzlies in 2009. However, his stint in Memphis was short-lived, and he played only 3 games for the team before an agreement was reached to part ways. The mutual decision to part with the Grizzlies stemmed from Iverson, once again, refusing to come off the bench. Following his departure from Memphis, Iverson found himself in a unique position. His NBA journey had taken him from being a superstar to navigating challenges and adjusting to different team dynamics. Following the separation, Iverson opted to return to the Philadelphia 76ers for one last season before retiring from NBA basketball in 2010. Despite his career being cut short, his legacy remains as one of the most influential and iconic players in NBA history. Iverson was rightfully honored with induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2016. Standing at just 6 feet tall, Iverson defied expectations and shattered stereotypes as a little guy who took the league by storm to become one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. He's remembered for having the greatest crossover move ever. His exceptional ball handling skills paved the way for a new era of scoring guards who sought to emulate his flashy playing style and relentless attacking mindset. But his impact extended beyond his on-court performances. He became a symbol of hip-hop culture and individuality. His impact on the sport reaches much deeper than championships. He was a true rebel who fought against a tough upbringing and faced racial injustice at every turn. And at the end of the day, Allen Iverson can proudly say that he played the game and lived his life on his own terms. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, keep your eyes peeled as we release more content about the lives and legacies of sport's most iconic figures.